Hey, everybody. Gosh, man, I haven't, it must have been at least a week and a half since I've done a live. So shame on me. Hey, but I did January. I did it most of the days. Anyway, I this is one of those situations where I absolutely had to come on here because I've got something a creeping and a mauling inside my head. I have an issue that I want to get off my chest because I've got to share this with. Hey, Sarah, I am so glad you're on this. Hey, so my wife tells me that I should not vent what I'm about to say on social media, that it's not the platform to purge myself with all of my, I wouldn't call it hate, but my disdain. Okay, so let me get this off my chest, and then let me see if I can backtrack a little bit and say, hey, you do you, and everybody be yourself, and all that other crap. But here's what I've got to say. If you are 23 years old, you are not an executive coach. Okay? And if you're an executive and you have somebody 23 years old and they're coaching you, then you need to re-examine your leadership skills. Here's what I want all the young people to understand. If you want to become a life coach, you need to go out and live life. If you want to become an executive coach, you need to become an executive first. It just doesn't happen just because you say it happened or just because you want it to happen. It doesn't work that way. And furthermore, I hope I don't ruffle anybody's feathers, but I have so had it with mastermind.com. I have never listened to more bullshit in my life from all these would-be, self-proclaimed coaches out there that think they have all the answers. They think that they're completely whole and they're complete and, all you have to do is this, and they're all soft and they act like if we all live in a little bubble and, live and let live and we're all kind, then everything works itself out. But that's just not the way it works. So here's what I want to say. There's too many people. Look, you cannot swing a dead cat without hitting somebody that calls themselves a coach, especially in Florida, right? Which is where I chose to live. And you're not a coach just because you read a book. You are not a coach just because one thing bad happened to you in your life and you've got something to share with the world. That is not what qualifies people to become a coach. What qualifies somebody to become a coach is having the ability to see the person in front of you and understand the complexity of what they need and what they're asking, and then giving that to them. Becoming a coach is a dynamic process of understanding, of listening, of getting it. And just because you have some canned responses and you read some goddamn self-help book last week doesn't mean you've got all the answers, because it's just like redemption. It's just like a snowflake. It's just like your thumbprint. There's no two paths that are the same. Everybody's got their own complexity. Everybody's got their own baggage. Everybody arrives at these crossroads with their preconceived notions and all the past trauma and all the things that happened in their life. And if you show up with all the answers before the questions, then you're doing a disservice to society, not just your client. So here's what I'm begging everybody to do. I'm not suggesting that you don't become a coach. What I am suggesting is that you need to become a good one. You need to understand what your responsibility is. You need to understand what it is you're doing, because you are giving coaches a bad name. There's too many life coaches. There's too many expansion coaches. There's too many transformational coaches out there, and you all don't know what you're talking about. Now, let that piss some of you off. Let that ruffle some feathers. But here's what I'm really saying. I think everybody should chase their dreams. I think everybody should run after their gifts, should follow their talents, should go after what makes them happy. I also think everybody should love everybody and help each other out. Those are the virtues and the values that I stand for. But I don't think coaching is what you really want to do. I think it's the default because there's so many people out there doing it. And all you're doing is clouding up this space and making it difficult for the people that really, really want help to find the person that's going to be able to give that to them. So I hope the people that need to hear this hear this. I hope the people that have the capacity to change receive what I'm saying in the right way. And listen, if you don't get it and you want to push back or you want to have an intelligent conversation with somebody, DM me. I'm always available. Hey, one of us is going to change during that conversation. So please do that. Please hear what I'm saying. Sarah, thanks for jumping on. G-Jack, I see you. The Real Roxanne, Raul, Bermuda, no, RKAB, I think that's Kelly. Kelly, good to see you. This is my first real rant. I mean, real rant, where you can tell that I'm mad. You can tell that I'm fed up with it. I won't make it a habit, but what I will make a habit is trying to make sure that I inspire the right thing in this world, that I inspire people to do better, that I inspire people to really examine what it is that they think they're doing. And if you think you want to step, look, if you're going to become a coach, you are literally saying it is now my responsibility. I am taking it on as my responsibility to make somebody, it's my responsibility to ensure that somebody's happy and whole and they get the help that they need. Right? That's what you've stepped up and done. And that doesn't mean throw spaghetti at the wall and to see what sticks. That doesn't mean come in with every single canned response that you read in a book. It literally means listen and know what you're doing. And if you're not the person that can do that, get out of the way because there are some that can. Okay? I feel better. Oh my God, I feel better. Wow. Hey, you know what? There's my promise. Next time, I'll be funny. I'll make my rant funny. How's that sound? Anyway. Listen, if any of this resonates with anybody, if anybody wants to have a conversation about happiness in life and transformation and all of those really, really deep things that we can pontificate about for hours, reach out to me. I answer my emails. I answer DMs. I love meeting good people. Christy Gash, I love seeing you on here. So that's what I had to say. I'm out. Thank you.